Hello, guys, and welcome to the SA DPC. We're here with the last Div 1 match of the week for the whole DPC, not just for SA. Beastcoast versus Hokori. And this match can determine, who knows anymore? Everyone can beat everyone. Everything is super fair this region. But if Hokori wins, more upsets, and that's what we're looking for. Especially the person to be upset will be Beastcoast and their manager. That's going to be the most upset. So we'll see what happens here for Hokori as they won game number 1. And person on my panel, despite guessing against them, was very happy about this. No bias whatsoever. Orange USD.
Yeah, I like how Hokori played. They showed a very good Dota. They were able to fight and put pressure all the time, even though they had a Terror Blade, a hero that basically are on a long cooldown to fight.
Yep.
And that had a lot to do with the Dawnbreaker on Vitaly. And that's the ban that Beastcoast goes for. I really like this approach of Beastcoast of banning Dawnbreaker. I would actually even ban the Clockwork also, because it seems so good, this Clockwork Sky combo. No matter if they had the Snapfire, because the Snapfire would not be together with Actor, so they could do a lot of pickoffs with this duo. I really expect Hokori to go those heroes unless Beastcoast steals the Clockwork, which is also very likely.
There we go. Good, Astidi.
Yeah.
All right, Kips, match that level of prediction. Good luck.
Yeah, I know Estenia has been on point with the hero predictions for the entire day, dude. It's been very impressive, frankly. So
yeah,
I'll just sit there and nod. I'm like, yeah, he's completely correct.
It's because when he loses the match predictions, he gets power for the hero prediction, so it has to. It's balanced out overall, Kips. You got the match prediction correctly. But tell me what the strategy is for Hokori then. If they see a Clockwork, do you think they're gonna just completely change around what they went for in the first game?
They could go.
It's certainly going to make it harder. You know what, Estenia, you just go. You just go.
I said it could go something like Beastmaster Doom, because
that's why I tell him to go.
I like the Doom too. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, get that Beastmaster. I'm kind of hoping to see an animal zoo build again, but we'll have to see after the draft, and that's actually what's happening with Division.
Wow.
Sky Wrath Beast. Okay, so they like this burst, they like these fast engagements, and against the Clockwork, certainly you need some vision to make up for the fact that he has those rocket flares, otherwise you will get out vision gamed. So Beastmaster, very good for that. You can block some hook shots. Clockwork,
True.
Slightly better at counter pushing these days, but he's still not anything versus an army. So as far as gameplay style goes, yeah, this BM is a great opening, and it wasn't banned this time, I might add, because this hero is perma-banned these days. It's kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah, it's true. He got rid of his Visage though, because Vitaly is a monster, and Visage, as I'm sure Astini well knows, Vitaly's a monster in general, so you gotta just try to prevent him from being too good.
Well, too late for that.
I like the Kunkka way more than the Void Spirit. I was really thinking about this hero on the first game, because I'm like, okay, Skywrath is super good against most of the mid laners. And then I was thinking, okay, which is the mid lane that cares the least against Sky? And it has to be Kunkka, because you cannot burst this hero.
Yeah, Ghost Ship helps your teammates, right, to avoid, so you can actually have some plays with that as well.
Yeah, it's also good against the summons from the Beastmaster. So pretty solid pick here on the mid lane.
Yep.
And they ban Ember Spirit, which means Analog that has played the last 6 games as Ember Spirit needs to find a new hero.
Okay, what hero would you be suggesting here, Kips?
Something that's still not bothered by the cogs and the X marks actually either. Leaning towards something like a puck would be very nice. Certainly with the Skywrath Mage on the backlines, you have no damage problems, which is something that puck sometimes runs into if it's the only core that's moving about. Puck will do decent versus the Kunkka lane as well. I'd farm a little bit as pucks are wont to do. So Kunkka does hold pace, like probably one of the best matchups versus the puck, at least in like a farm scenario for sure. What else? Batrider?
Kunkka seems so good against the hero pool of Analog. He plays a lot of Zeus, Lashrak, the Ember is banned. Invoker, also Konka is super good against Invoker. There's the
Yeah.
Koro. I don't know how this matchup really goes. I guess like both just gonna be farming, so it's not like
Yeah,
one hero counters the other.
I do though. A couple of mid players from Europe really like the Kunkka versus the Coddle because he does. You can just run at him and get an X mark, and actually kill him pretty much solo. Maybe you need one hero, but the Coddle is so squishy. So, I would not be advising Coddle for Hokori here. That's for sure.
So feels really bad for Analog. Those are the heroes that he's been playing the most. Maybe Pangolier.
Yeah, Pango into Clock is such a weird.
I mean, it
Weird
works though
matchup.
because it's a clock 5 or 4 rather. Sorry, because Schofield's most likely playing it.
Mhm.
So it's okay-ish. I don't feel like Pango's that bad here, but I agree that. I mean, he's just fighting an analog hero, right? That he feels comfortable with.
They're very likely picking the Gardic hero here. Maybe Undying, they played a lot of this hero. It's decent against Kunkka. There are no Tomb Hitters.
Ooh.
Oh, so that's gonna be a 5 Marcy then, right?
Yeah.
I would expect so.
Yeah, it has to be because this Skywrath, you would be dooming your carry lane now. If you put the Skywrath mage there, can't see any way that would be going right when Beastcoast just gets to pick straight on into it. And I like Marcy with the Beastmaster. We've seen her picked more and more with all of these heroes that provide targets for her to rebound off of. Plus the vision from the Beastmaster as well. And yeah, Marcy's only problem is that she doesn't really have damage. The Skywrath is perfect for that.
The answer on Beastcoast will be a Juggernaut, potentially to deal with the Skywrath Mage combo that annoyed Hector so much last game. But it's Juggernaut versus Beastmaster.
Yeah, and no split push for you if that beast buys a blink, you're just not safe.
Exactly. It feels like Omnislash can also be used against the units, which will lose you a lot of damage.
Yep.
And they need a better lane partner, so they need to play the Clockwork 4 and it's something like a Green Stroke, Crystal Mating.
Yeah, I agree. And they also, like, Hokori now has complete freedom to get a good core-to-core matchup, right?
Yeah, they do.
Even that overall last pick.
Then again, of course, Juggernaut, and you had to giggle about this last time, but Juggernaut is mostly about his itemization and how far he's ahead of you, as opposed to like any bad specific core-to-core matchups. So I don't think they mind picking it here too much. They've first faced this as well, right?
Okay. Are there any heroes that come to mind that you think are like, okay, pretty favored towards them versus Chug?
I mean, normally I'd say CK, but Hokori already took that out themselves. Like, as soon as you get the pullback through the magic immunity, it's pretty amazing.
No, fair enough.
Ursa maybe, you counter really well his ultimate. Slark, because you also counter well the ultimate, but the hero is a bit off meta.
A bit off meta, he says.
Yeah, but the hero
You
just
say trash,
terrible.
There we go.
I'd say on the meta it would be Ursa, but I haven't seen Yuma play Sing lately.
I have no faith in Ursa, man. Even though this would be a pretty decent Ursa game. Yes. Like, it's just that you're up versus a Clockwork, which still, if you're on the wrong side of the cogs, you're still on the wrong sides. Like, if you're in, you can at least pick your sides, hop out. But...
Still, I guess it's a good idea to pick the mid laner because the pool is not that huge and he can leave overall last pick to the hard carry. So then he doesn't get countered on the lane.
So we're looking for Analog here, and we can go again on his picks, right? I believe I said, fuck, you floated. Oh no, they are just going for the TB again, okay.
They're trying to make you mad, Astini. Mad.
Furious.
It's a very good TB game though this time, to be honest.
I feel TB against Juggernaut, you need an offlaner that builds Lotus Orb for you. Because that's like a game-changing item for the TB.
For sure.
And he doesn't really have, like... course, Beastmaster can build it, but it seems weird. So I like, again, the carry on Beastcoast, I like it more.
Yeah. I mean, usually Juggernaut's considered like a slight counter to TB, like a 55-45 kind of matchup. So people do prefer it. But you know, you won't pick the TB, and this gives Analog more time to think about his pick, which is going to be heavily banned here. Sorry, not you, Analog.
Just get that Underlord out of here now, I think.
Yeah. I know it's an old pick, but could Hokori go Razor?
5 seconds remaining.
Hmm?
It's decent against the Jugger and the Kunkka, yes. Depends a lot on what Beastcoast shows, because they need to pick first. As mentioned by Kips, they ban the Underlord. I also see like Darkseer as a possibility here. Darkseer Clockwork is a great lane.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Surge would match up really well versus, well,
10 seconds.
bullshit like the Marcy Speed Boost, for example. You have a lot of utility for a Darkseer in this game, and you already have so much sustain with it. Chen, if you add anything from the Darkseer on top of that, it actually becomes really hard for Hokori to deal enough damage. You have a boat as well? Yeah, I like that suggestion.
Because then, if they do go the Darkseer, I would like the Puck, and they ban the Puck. So, and Invoker, like Invoker has a really bad matchup against Kunkka, but it's a hero with Dispel against Darkseer. I don't know. Feels like Beastcoast is setting up for the Darkseer. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We'll see what Beastcoast decide then to deal with the TB. They run out of the best options for sure in the offlane.
Yeah, I mean, the other option is to not deal with it all, just be faster. Okay,
Oh.
would do it. Absolutely
Yeah,
doubles the value of Lincoln's and Lotus, though.
I have very much sold on the Razor. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a pretty solid Razor. If Analog wants to play that.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see if he agrees with you. No, it's the Void.
Select your heroes.
Okay. I mean, it just feels like a Spirit Bro for the sake of a Spirit Bro. Like, you know, he's a okay pick no matter what. There's not much catch for him, I guess, besides the Bat Rider.
Yeah, you're going to get an AoE silence eventually. You're not forced into a Yule Scepter this game whatsoever.
Yeah, true.
It's okay. And you're definitely not at risk from the Clockwork, or you should not be. I mean, we've already seen that be wrong. But who knows?
In terms of draft, though, Kips, what team would you support?
I'm very partial towards this Beastmaster. I think the vision game coming out from Hokori is probably stronger than what Beastcoast is going to bring. So Beastcoast has this habit of resetting on you when you least expect it. Like, this is definitely a workable Beastcoast lineup. I just feel that they're rolling with Hokori today.
Okay. How about you?
I'm gonna
Steve.
go with Beastcoast. I'm gonna aim for the 0-5 here. If I'm jinxing
let's go.
correctly, it's gonna work out for Hokori.
Alright, Steenie using his powers for good. Will Hokori take game number 2 and and get the points from Beastcoast? Or will Beastcoast force to game 3? We're gonna have to see as we go over to our casters, Winter and me. And Qabo, we're here with game 2. A lot on the line for Hokori. Winter, what did you think of their draft this time around?
I think it's solid again, you know. I don't like the Skyrath as usual, but they proved me wrong the last game. But this game, once again, they have everything else except for the Skyrath. I think they have a good setup, and you know how much I like the Marcy as well. I think the hero is incredibly strong. Teams just don't really know how to use the hero at maximum capacity yet, but you know, time is gonna help with that. But on the other side, I do believe that Beastcoast has what it takes. You know, after losing game 1 in that fashion, they're gonna be able to bounce back and force a tiebreaker.
I think Gardic is a good hero, is a good player for that. Because I feel like when you talk about Marcy being used to a full potential, it's not that the hero's like mechanically that difficult. Honestly, most players have shown how they can do that. But conceptually, there's a lot of things that can be used with Marcy that are not exploited. Like the sidekick is something you've talked about a lot, and Lacoste did as well, right? And Gardic is a very conceptual kind of player. So I have high hopes for him.
As a +5, you're like buffer slash save kind of
Yeah.
hero. You can do a lot with your dispose, your rebound. It's just too much potential, you know. And it's not just about you being able to click the buttons at the right time. I think Marcy is also a hero that your teammates have to be aware of what you can do, and they have to be able to let you know sometimes. Oh, I want to do this. Can you come with me? Or because you have this buff, I can do that. I think it's going to take time for players to get that into their system.
Sure, because it changes how you play a hero that isn't Marcy,
Yeah,
right? So it's the player that's
yeah,
paired.
correct.
Yeah.
It changes how you play. It's like when you're playing carry and you have an IO in the game.
Right.
The way you play the map is gonna be different compared to a normal game without an IO, and you have to adjust towards that.
Like I think people took like what 8 months or so to learn how to play with Dawnbreaker, for example, and that was already difficult. That's only a global ult, right?
Yeah, you watch the previous game. There's a couple of occasions where I felt like Beastcoast totally forgotten about the Dawnbreaker in the game when they're going for kills. It's not just your teammates too, you know, it's the enemies as well.
Yeah, exactly. How do you think this battle lane is going to go, by the way, in the side lanes versus the TB Marcy? Who would you expect to come out on top?
I think the Bat Riders in general should have an advantage against Terrorblade, but with the changes to the conjure, not the conjuring, the reflection on TB now, it can be used as a tool to save yourself in the lane against a Bat Rider, and because of how strong Marcy is, I'm not too sure if it's still that favored for a Clock Bat Rider, so I'll just have to see how that plays out. But conceptually, it should be favored for the Bat Rider.
Yeah. It's one of his strongest lanes against the TB. Look at the side lanes then. The other side lane, sorry. Let's watch the Beastmaster versus Jug. How is that matchup? Do you go for boars in this matchup?
I would
because there's a
think
Chen, right?
Okay, I would think so.
Right.
But yeah, because of the Chen, you would mostly opt to go for the X, and I think if you go for the X, you lose your lane dominance against Juggernaut. So I would favor the Juggernaut in this lane. Maybe a slight favor, 6-4 with the Chen.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Elmisha, by the way, is dying to the Chen.
Skyra kind of is so sad when you see the Chen with creeps. You're so sad.
Yeah. You can't do anything against him. He's trying to deny himself here against the tower. Quote-unquote deny. But he gives us a stinger. First blood given to the 5. And Chen is one of the better heroes utilizing it.
I mean, what can you do, you know, Skyra? You're against a Chen. He even blocked the camps, you know. Look at the sentries that he actually started. He blocked 3 camps. So but the Chen still he was still able to just be useful by controlling the range creep. And just the Skyra, just you can't do anything against that.
Yep. It makes the hero feel really weak because you're supposed to be a good laner, right? And you completely lose that against a Chen.
There's no lane for you this game. You're just trying to run. You're just trying to run around and hit the creeps and try to stop him from, block some cans, stop him from pulling the wave. It's sad, you know, if you have to play Skyrim that way.
Can you rotate? Is it possible against the Kunkka, for example? Can you get a kill there?
Look at the Jug. He's trying to kill the Beastmaster, but he's not going to be able to get it. There's some damage done. But rotating to the Kunkka's lane is definitely possible. But you need to wait for Void Spirit to get more levels before you do that. Unless the Void Spirit has a really good rune. Then maybe you can go early. Stacking, maybe, if you feel you have nothing to do in the lane. I think you control the rune, you stack. I mean, that's pretty much what you can do here. If you can't fight against the opposing support, that's what you try to do. Oh no, they're going in, they're going all in.
They are going in, and Vitali will lose his life as a result. El Misho not quite getting the kill on Stinger was looking for. At least Hector can't chase after him, but they did have a hill troll pre, so they underestimated the amount of healing Chen could put out in that fight.
Yeah, and the healing ward as well. They totally underestimated that. Right now, Jug is going to win the lane, more or less, even harder because of that kill. And top lane, Clockwork. Can they get this TB? Seems like he's going to be fine. He's very near the tower.
He is. Article should also be fine as well. We can still use that rebound to slow down Whispers. Just to be a little bit careful if he gets too close to the tower. And there's still 20 Magic Wand charges on the TB.
I mean, looking at the CS, this lane is not that difficult for the TB. He didn't even go for the 1 point, the reflection for saving himself. He felt like he didn't need it even in this lane.
Yeah, maybe he also thought like, oh, this lane's gonna go bad anyway, so I better go for a build that allows him to go jungle. So that's why he's like saving
Yeah,
that point.
that is true as well. That is true. But usually when you want to do that, you would save a skill point, and when you have to
True,
go to
true.
jungle, then you take the skill point on the illusion, the conjure image.
Yep, that's a very good point, actually, Winter. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It's a rhetoric thank you. You don't need to answer every time, Winter. I'm glad you're very satisfied with yourself. I'm glad you're pleased. Void Spirit in the mid lane has
why do
won
you
the
have
lane
to
as
do
well,
this?
see Smile.
Why you have to do this to me?
I did
So
nothing.
next time I'm not supposed to answer your question. I'm just gonna
Yeah, just stay quiet.
Hey,
Yeah,
Winter,
just like our producer.
what should I get for food? Then I'm just gonna read my own menu. Oh, it's rhetorical, right? So I'm just gonna ignore you.
Yeah, exactly. Please ignore me next time. Thank you very much. What do you think of this mid lane matchup, though? It's very Kunkka favored here, at least in terms of like the denies, particularly. But were you expecting this outcome?
Not really though. I thought Kunkka would have
you
some
doing, Gojira?
advantage, but not by much. I mean, sure, the deny is a lot, but Void Spirit is still getting a decent amount of CS. He will get his level 6 soon, and as long as he gets the runes, his game should still be okay for the Void Spirit. And he's gonna get the 6-minute rune. Gonna get his level 6 here, clear the catapult, and see if he can rotate with the Invis rune.
We'll see if that works out for him.
Oh, he doesn't have boots yet, so maybe he'll wait till he gets the boots before he rotates.
Bottom, they actually just bursted Ictor down. Okay, that wasn't expected. I don't know if our camera caught that, but Ancient Seal essentially on Ictor as he ran to the Beastmaster, and they just had the opportunity to kill him. Top lane, they're going for a kill too. It's Whisper who's in trouble. Rebound under the tower, and Hokori pedal to the metal.
Oh, he actually still rotated without boots, huh? That's a good move still by Analog.
He counter rotated,
getting-
right?
Yeah, kind of counter rotated. Okay, however you want to put it, but at the end of the day,
Go.
all right.
No, don't be quiet, Winter, please. Please.
See now,
was trying to-
I don't know when I should
I
say.
was- I was adding to your point. I was saying like, oh yeah, he had no boots, so he had to counter rotate as opposed to rotate. You were so right, Winter, that he had to change his playstyle for you. How could you be this smart? That's what I was saying.
All right. So like the producer now, I'm gonna just stay quiet. You know how he told me, I have to stay quiet.
No, I want you to speak because I want to hear your incredible analysis. Whisper dies in the top lane. The meta won't kill him. We don't have enough money for the rebound. Sidekick, the Godthink realizes this is not the place to hang out at. Oh no, the fire got him. That was bad, Godthink. That was bad.
Well, at least the TB is still farming. He's gonna look to go to the jungle at any point right now. And usually when you see the TB staying in his lane until 7 minutes, you know he has a good game, bro.
They're gonna try to go for Juggernaut. He's still silenced. One more set of access. Oh, he doesn't get it. Gojira with the rocket flare ensures Misho dies before he can send out his last projectile. And with the ghost shift, the counter rotation is here. There comes Godthink trying to give Vitaly a little bit more movement speed, but he gets stuck in the cogs regardless, and Godthink is also stuck in them. So Godthink won't be able to make it out. Ector's hums here to make sure he can sap some assist gold in addition to a couple of creeps. Beastcoast just responded with the fury of 1,000 suns.
It was a little weird. They didn't include the Void Spirit in that move. The Marcy even rotated over. They had 3 people there. Felt like if Analog was also there, they would have for sure gotten the kill and maybe even a +1, or maybe not. The other heroes don't have to die. Yeah, a little strange there. I expected the Void Spirit to be there as well. You know, he had his CP, everything was ready. He had HP, he had mana.
Yep, I agree with you. Maybe he saw 4 heroes, but he got a little bit scared.
Maybe he felt like they would have gotten a kill without him. That's why he didn't want to go.
Sure, yeah, that's true too. Gojira is a great target for the Ancient Seal. Now this
he's
time
here
Analog will
now.
rotate. Yeah, fixing his mistakes. He does miss the Aether Remnant though, which means he's not able to get the Juggernaut, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, back to the previous point I was making. Whenever you see a Terrorblade in the lane up to 8 minutes, you know he's had a good game, a good lane especially. I think he's still getting tons of farm here, but at the same time, the Juggernaut, he has a similar amount of farm, but he has a kill, so he has a little bit more net worth. Oh, nice
wow.
rocket, nice
Yeah, that
rocket.
was a very nice rocket. Level 1 as well. Wow.
I can play Clockwork too, Gardic.
Yes. Gardic though is playing Marcy this game. Trying to TP, forcing the lasso. He will force it. Yeah, not that bad. All things considered, as they also catch Stinger in the bottom lane. This time they won't commit any big ultimates. Oh, they got rid of the Helm of the Dominator creep, which Vitaly went for regardless, by the way. Still has axes. Going for Gojira next. Infused Raindrops will save him. Why would you go for the Helm creep if you have a Chen?
This is fine.
Just for the aura, I'm not sure though. Usually you try to go for other items, but
Yeah,
I
right
mean
back instead.
yeah, the item is still. I mean, it's still good on the hero, but I guess it's just for the aura. I mean, I'm not too sure why you still go it.
After... yeah, right? Because, I mean, I guess if he's going for the full Helm of the Overlord, then Chen won't be able to steal your creeps.
Oh, that's gonna be like, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, exactly, right? I think that's the plan. At this point, I feel like if you don't commit for the full Overlord, then it's a useless item.
I mean, I think it's okay if you're having a really, really good game, but if you're not, I mean, he's not that he's having a bad game, but he's not having those really, really good games. I would say it's a average game. Like if you're having a very good start, then you're thinking that, oh, I can get this item at a very decent timing, even though he counters me early, then I feel like it makes more sense. But right now, Hokori, they're gonna try to invade the triangle with the 3-man smoke, analog part of it this time. But they're not showing anyone mid. I think the TB needs to go there and show himself so that the enemy doesn't suspect anything. Alright, nobody's showing. Oh, actually, the Marcy's showing. So they think K1 thinks he's safe. K1 thinks he's safe.
But he's not. He's not safe. The Simile will hit him, and Hand of God gets wasted. As Analog had the Astral Step to finish him off just in case.
Yeah,
Once again, that gets
very nice. Every time you're making a smoke, you have to calculate how many people we need in the smoke. Who do we need to show in the lanes? Because if the Marcy hadn't showed in the mid lane, Gardic, I felt like K1 would have, something is not right.
Primal Roar for bottom. Attempt is on Gochira's life. We get the stun off, but here comes the Kunkka. Vitaly has no boots, so he can't really run away. Oh, he's gonna fight instead. I don't know about this one. The Hawk serves Gojira. See Smile. Okay, the Torrent will hit. It will not, but they got the creep for C Smile anyway. I don't know what Vitaly's doing this game, if I'm honest with you, Winter. I'm not really sure what his battle plan is. He seems a little bit lost.
Yeah, he didn't even wait for his teammates. The Marcy and the Sky, they were quite nearby, but he initiated before they arrived, so they missed out on the kill.
Yep.
Definitely not playing as well as he could have. But not a big deal, not a big loss at the end of the day. The game still goes on. Yuma is farming. He has tons of space around the map to farm. But they have to address this Kunkka and Bear Rider soon. They're gonna start to hunt for this TB. And you need to utilize the pick-off with the Beast and the Sky. Because at this point, your team fight is a lot weaker than the Kunkka Chen and the Bear Rider. Even the Clockwork. Hokori needs to try to get pick-offs to slow down the game now. And Beastcoast, they're just trying to create some pressure, get some towers. Nice hook shot.
Yes, they got El Nisho. Now he's stuck in the Torrent. They actually saved the clock with a Whirlwind. For now, he'll be alive. Mystic Flare gets wasted as well, as the Ghost Ship might hit Analog. It does. Barely nicks him. Now the lasso brings him out. He won't be able to fight this. Hokori will be losing 2 heroes there, unable to defend their tier 1 mid. At least Beastmaster pushes bottom a little bit, but he realizes he has to leave.
I mean, you could see how easily they won the fight, right? With those 4 heroes. Hokori just didn't really have enough with their heroes for team fight. At this point of the game, they're a lot weaker, their lineup. They have to wait for their BKBs on. I think Void Spirit might consider getting one this game, and the Terabit definitely needs one. And at this point of the game, the Chen Juggernaut is going to reign supreme over the map. They're going to be able to get objectives, try to maybe even force Roche, and Hokori on the other hand, they have to try to buy time. Go for singular pickoffs, split push, play more of the map, shove the lanes out, and just wait for the TB to be strong enough.
Beastcoast now running near the Roche here, as smoke from Hokori comes out. They might catch the Kunkka. This will be a perfect hero, but he has a BKB though. BKB is going to be forced just in time. Ways to dispose. Marcy.
Yeah, nice.
attacked him. What? Omni Slash?
Wow, they actually use the
Omni Slash.
Okay. Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
actually, even though the gank failed, but that was actually, I feel, really good for Hokori. Once again, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
using a support, sacrificing a support for space on the map, for the Beast and the TB. And you even force out a fresh BKB charge on the Conquer. That's totally worth it for Hokori.
Completely agree. Especially with the Omni Slash just to boot, you know, because now Jug is no longer a threat.
I think he was a bit upset from previous games. You know, screw you guys! This is my kill. This is my kill.
Yeah, it was like completely not needed at all, dude. Vitaly could be found out here. They can still take his helm creep. Primal Roar, the Bat Rider, but he's gonna be ghost ship, and he's dead. Skyrath Mage will also fall. This was not the kill that Hokori, or the gank that Hokori was looking for. At
This is
least
supposed
space
to
for the
be-
TV though.
This is supposed to be just one kill on either the Beast or the Sky. That would have been acceptable.
Exactly.
But losing
Yes,
two
yes.
heroes, nah. The Sky was, I feel like he could have definitely ran away, but because he saw the Beastmaster getting the raw, all right, maybe I'm gonna get this kill, maybe, just maybe. He runs back in to
Yeah.
cast his spells.
I think Beastmaster as well. The lack of boots makes his movement down bottom lane. Like he has to be very predictive of what Beastcoast does.
Okay,
He's so
sure,
slow.
he was dead either way, but
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, he tried to, you know, maybe I can get something in return, but that kind of baited his teammate into a bad position.
Classic though. Baiting your team
Yeah, it's a
is
classic
the
one.
most common thing. Yeah. And Log
And
found in the
and
top
the
lane.
and the buy
There's
one
Lasso.
free.
Ooh, what a TP! If it wasn't because that's not how long a tournament lasts. It was a really good idea, but it's still 1.6 seconds out long.
Thunder?
Similar to avoid damage. There's the use of the Mystic Flare. No Sunder. Yuma does not Sunder teammates, mate. You've learned. And they TP immediately. El Misha will be the one to sacrifice himself. Amlog doesn't have TP. Hookshot finds him. Gogeta gets the kill. And El Misha sacked himself for this kill as well.
I would have sundered my teammate there and just go back to jungle. After I sunder, okay, my contribution is done. I'm TPing
Yeah.
back to farm.
Yeah, fair enough. I do think it's
mean,
weird because both plays, like both times, the Sunder would have saved the teammate.
Yeah, I mean, for sure the Void would have not. I mean, maybe he somehow calculated that, okay, he's fine, but then he forgot about the rocket flare coming in. I mean, sure, but I feel like as a carry, you know, you need to. I always say this: when you're playing carry nowadays, you have to figure out how you can help your team as well along the way. You know, not just figure out, okay, this is my fastest farming route, A to B to C to D, and along the way, I will ignore my teammate all the time and just pretend they don't exist in the game.
That's the Roach going down, by the way, for Beastcoast. Just now in the Kunkka. It is looking a little bit scary if you are Hokori.
Yeah, the game is rolling on too fast for Hokori right now. They have
Yes.
to try to delay the game for another, I would say, at least 15 minutes, if possible. Bring the game to
mean,
minute 30.
Vitaly's going for a Wraith Pact now, as opposed to the Helm of the Overlord. I hate this build. I don't know what he's doing for the Helm of the Omnitive.
Actually, I feel like for this game, if they wanted to delay the game, he has to buy like maybe more frontline items. But I'm not sure, you know, because Beastmaster usually these are all your go-to items, you know. As Beastmaster, if you buy something else, the hero feels very weird. So I can understand that as well. And at the same time, I feel like maybe his teammate is also not really understanding how to play this game. They have to try to avoid more and fight less and try to shove out lanes. If everyone else is on the same page, maybe his build would have been more effective at picking off heroes.
That's fair enough. I do find that in this game, though, it feels like if you had just gone for the Wraith Pact, you could afford to do all these plays without the need of this 2,000 gold kind of dead item. Right?
Yeah.
You could tank
Yeah,
up, you could
I
do
can
all
see
these
that.
other things. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, right now, they are in a situation where they have to try to stall the game for the TB, and things are not looking too good for Hokori at the moment. Good news is they still have the triangle for the TV. You always look at the triangle. When hope is going away, you still look at, whether can we defend the triangle. That's the last place you still have to hold in this kind of game to give yourself a chance to come back.
And the Terrorblade is about to be done with Scotty. Like, his farm is still pretty good. Now
Yeah.
Scotty will be a small turning point for them.
I still feel he needs BKB though. I think he's just gonna die if he doesn't have BKB. Even if he has Skadi, like he gets what X mark, bolt and lasso, he just die. I don't think he survives
Yeah.
that.
Okay. We'll see if Yuma will have the time to use that BKB. As in the bottom lane. Well, El Misho gets caught once again with the Mystic Flare. Just trying to create some space this time though. It's just him dying solo. It's not that bad. We have Ags on the Void Spirit as well. That's gonna help a little bit.
Actually, wondering if can you use your toss? I mean your dispose when the guy's lassoed? Probably not, right?
No, it's just
Can
like
you-
okay,
can-
it stuns him in place.
All right. So you can't.
You can
save
use it
that
on the
game.
Bat Rider.
Oh yeah, sure.
Omni Slash. Analog. Okay, analog will die. What do you mean? Am I sure? Of course I'm sure.
I don't care.
No, but if you use it on the Bat Rider, does it move the lasso target? Let's say you're moving the Bat Rider.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it shouldn't, but say you have Ethelance, right? Where you like move him far enough that the lasso target would be dragged, then yeah, you will move too. That's how it works with Force Staff, it's the same thing.
Alright, they're gonna invade the triangle. Marcy's gonna die here, it seems. Nope. Gonna
Oh,
survive
no.
it last hit.
That was a good unleash. The Aegis is taken off. Then they want to go for Schofield first. Schofield will die. Yuma is in the middle of this though. No BKB. There's the Ghost hitting him. What's going to protect him? Wraith back. It seems like Orchid to prevent the Sunder. Yuma just needs the heals. He needs to target the heal. Where's my blood bag? Says Yuma. Where's my blood bag? And it's going to be the Beastmaster. They can't find any enemies. Yuma finally sends a teammate, but here comes the help from the Void Spirit who's back alive. Analog with a silence at the slows. He just wants to get a single kill. A lot of area damage, but no concentration on a single hero, which means everyone from Beastcoast is out of here alive. However, a lot of resources got forced on both sides, and they didn't kill the TB.
Oh, TB says, this is my triangle. Get out of my triangle.
Yes.
But he actually tanked up so much damage. The Omni Slash actually felt like it did nothing.
Yeah. No, the other stuff wasn't used there.
Oh, wasn't? Okay, wasn't used.
That's why it
So it was
did
just
nothing,
it was
'cause
just
it wasn't
it was
used.
it was just the boat. I think no lasso as well, right? Because the lasso was
No,
cooldowns as well.
Yeah, they didn't have Lasso. There was just Bolt and Blade Fury. Top level analysis, though, usually when there's no skill, it does feel like it does nothing. So, pretty on point there.
So I'm supposed to be quiet this time.
I see you're learning. Yeah, but I do agree with you. That probably that fight with Lasso and with Omni, it changes a lot, right? I don't think that was representative of the real team fight.
Yeah, I think they just felt they were ahead enough to take the fight without their big spells.
Yeah. They weren't entirely wrong, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
kinda
can understand. I think the move was fine. They just needed to maybe use their lockdowns better. Oh, lasso.
I think he'll
Okay,
be
that's
fine.
not using your lockdown better.
No, it's trying to go for a solo kill without anyone nearby. Yeah.
Man, he wasn't even close.
No, he wasn't even close. It is a Void Spirit, so like, you know, probably one of the hardest heroes to kill this game.
Right, high ground. They're gonna try to force TB's team to go back. They know that Void Spirit is low. He can't fight.
You also know there's no meta, at least for a little bit. What is happening? Yuma's positioning is interesting. Gets a reflection off, which saves him from potential Omni Slash there. That was kind of scary.
I mean, I think in the next few fights, they just have to prioritize getting the TB with the big spells, you know. Use the normal spells, the hook shot and X-Bug on the other heroes, but save your big disables for the Terrorblade. He's just their last hope at the moment, their main DPS. Everyone else doesn't really do much in the team fight.
Yep. No, I agree. I mean, Void Spirit's a bit of a nuisance, but that's all he is, a nuisance.
He's a...
And the nuisance...
He's a fly.
Oh, he's gonna get revenge. Look at this! Like, Caster cursed him. Bad Rider dies to the Terrorblade pretty much alone. Mystic Flare wasn't used because it wasn't needed. When Dagger almost died in Vitalia, it's gonna help out his initiation a lot. And TB, 1,400 gold away, Winter, from the BKB.
Yeah, that's a big game changer right there. And Roche is gonna be up in the next minute. This is gonna... The next 2 minutes is gonna be very, very crucial. Whoever is gonna get a pick off will get Roche.
And here's the pickoff attempt by Hokori. Stinger's not the best target, but they're gonna have to settle for him. Stinger's dead. There's an AC on C-Smile. He's kind of hard to kill, but they're chasing after him regardless. We still have a Yols potentially. Torrent. Okay, C-Smile gets the Orchid off. Now Analog can use the Yols freely. Heads up with a primal roar. The Scotty's gonna slow down C-Smile. The hook shot's blocked by the Marcy. C-Smile could die here. Oh, saved by the whirlwind stinger. On point. Don't need a Marcy when you got these big birds. Hector wants to join the fight. He couldn't. Gojira will be attacked in the backlines as we do find a lasso onto the Void Spirit. He will fall. So it's mid laner for the two supports. Stinger super proud of this play. Hokori
It was also the healing ward there. I think that was a important spell that actually healed him up a little bit to barely keep him alive there. Yeah, just very barely there. So very nicely done as well by Hector there, saving his teammate. You know, unlike the enemy carry, he doesn't want to sunder his teammate.
Yes, Hector is a team player, whereas Yuma is a solo player. But this team fight, even though the kills weren't in their favor, did give Terrorblade just barely enough gold to finish up that BKB.
Any fights that is equal or like they can break even and force BKBs, force spells, it's great for the Terrorblade side. He knows he has the carry to carry matchup advantage. He knows if the game goes on longer, it's just gonna get better for him. So all he needs to do is take even trades, delay, force their BKB charges, and you know what? Once the BKB charges are down, your Skyra suddenly becomes a hero again.
That's true, actually. That's a very good point. Even though he's really low on levels, which makes his Mystic Flare not seem as impressive, though. But hopefully you'll get them soon, Vitali. Oh, he said Found Whisper. I don't know about this play, Vitali. He at least forced the Hand of God. Actually, the Help Creep. Okay. Wow. That was much more damage than I was expecting. Holy fuck. Sorry.
Alright, the build works.
Yeah, the build's great. I apologize for anything I said about him. That was stupid of me.
Yeah, how dare you question pro players? Oh, bro, how dare you?
Don't call him by my real name, Winter. Nobody knows my real name. It's Avo. Thank you very much. Or Mr. Sanchez for you. That's fine too. You can call me that.
I'll stick to Avo the Vampire today.
Nobody's gonna get that joke because it's the dumbest joke you've ever come up with, Winter.
Dude, people who watch Twilight will get it.
No, they won't. It's a word association joke that makes no sense, man.
I mean, Avo just feels like, you know, some Lord Dracula's name, you know, some kind of like vampire name, you know. Oh, like fruit, you even used Blood Bank just now.
Blood Bag.
Blood Bank. You said Blood Bank.
No, I said Blood Bag. Blood Bag, not the Blood Bank.
Fine,
the Blood Bag.
You're a vampire, period.
Okay, thank you, Winter. Force staff built up on Gojira. He's gonna have a little bit more mobility now. Beastcoast trying to... I don't know if this is sneaking a roach. It's just straight up going for it.
They have to try and fight here. This is a big deal.
They
have Metamorphosis, they have BKB, everything is up.
Oh no, they took the Helm Creep. That's a bad start to the fight.
Run in!
Hokori?
Roche is dying!
Hokori? What's the plan? The plan's nothing. The plan is doing absolutely nothing. Meta after Roche is over. Okay. Yuma, are you sure? BKB goes for the Konka, who activates the ghost ship. All this has just been wasted, at least on Gardic. Well, they've already lost their offlaner, and Hector can just fight Yuma head on. We still have the Sunder, however. Yuma, deal with Hector. Owen sending him back. Yuma, a little bit stressed out. Needs the blood back now. Sunder on the Konka. That's not ideal. See Smile. Will die. No. Okay, they got him last with the Aether Remnant, but in exchange for Yuma, really not worth it. Hokori.
Okay, GG.
They lost the plot there, Winter. That was so...
It felt like no one was saying anything. Like they were. It felt like they were talking. They were communicating within among each other, but nobody is making a call what to do. Like I felt like in that situation, if the carry doesn't say anything as the initiator, I would just go in, whatever. Because it's so you have no time already. I felt like if they don't do it, it's like they're just giving up the game for free, you know. Because if the Juggernaut comes up, your high ground here with Aegis is you're most likely gonna lose at Rex.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was just odd how they proposed
they knew they needed to fight, but nobody was going in. Like,
yeah, exactly. Gardic also feels
lack of a captain in crucial moments.
But Gardic usually is a pretty big captain.
Yeah, but you're a freaking Marcy. You're not gonna.
Yeah, it's true.
You're not gonna be able to call that fight. Either the Beastmaster or the TB, or even at least the Void Spirit has to say. I mean, I think the conversation to go TB would say, "We need to go. We need to contest this. We need to go." Then the Beastmaster will say, "I'll go," or the Void Spirit will say, "I'll go in." That's it.
Another bad fight. It seems like for them. Yeah, Vitali's in trouble. He's gonna sacrifice himself for the promo roar. At least giving him A little bit more movement speed, but Hector's chasing after him. We hear a lasso in the back lane as well. Caught Marcia's not interested. Vitaly will actually live thanks to Aurora extra movement speed. Okay, that's impressive.
But the game is not looking good for them right now. I mean, even if you talk about high ground defense, if the Jug is just, he has a healing ward, he has a Chen behind him, he has a boat to support him, and he's just hitting your tower, what can you do? You don't have that many spells to spam to defend your high ground. This is bad. Not much they can do.
Nope. Well, the game is falling over here for Hokori, sorry. They find Beastmaster. There's the Omni Slash used just for Vitaly. Not very effective Omni Slash is this game, to be honest. But sufficient, apparently. As they take that as a moment to fight. Vitaly had buyback the whole time, so Beastcoast might have just given them a good fight here. Vitaly starts the Blink Dagger, 3 seconds. Cancel for the Flame Break though. In goes the Void Spirit. And who are they trying to go for? Not quite clear. Yumak takes the BKB. Now C-Smile is the target. Juggernaut trying to get close to the TV, but they want to go for C-Smile. Up to the high ground they go. Yuma just doesn't have enough damage. The AC is covering C-Smile's escape. Instead, Whisper will be an easier target for TV, but Whisper is playing between the trees. He'll be killed off as Yuma gets targeted by the Torrent. Now Yuma in trouble. Yuma destroyed. Kunkka too tanky. That should be game.
That was also Stinger buying back to cast his heal.
Yep, good job. As by the way.
Did somebody tip this man?
No. Never mind.
Yeah, but this game you can definitely feel like the lack of a voice, you know, for Hokori as a team. Oh, nice word. Very, very nice. Style points.
Style points
Style
for the
points.
penitents.
I mean, what differentiates like a tier 2 team or tier 1.5 team and the tier 1 teams are always situations like this, you know, the stress situations where something needs to be done immediately when you only have a couple of seconds to make the decision.
Yep. Now it's kind of over. That Torrent just kills the Skyrath Mage for free. They're pushing out the Ancient. Dictor's playing around the enemy team. No Omni, not like they need it. There's the Blade Fury finally used just to kill off the Marcy. But the Ancient will fall. Favor of Beastcoast. One last fight for the boys though. Let's see. Not gonna work. no fight whatsoever. Yuma's dead. Well played, Beastcoast. They forced a game 3. As you know, last day of the week always has the longest games as well.
I mean, the way K1 played, I mean, this 2 games, I definitely feel like he's a very, very polarizing carry. It reminds me of some of the carries where you need the whole team to play around him. Like there is no some players like this, they don't really have a concept of a dead lane or where he's supposed to be playing. He wants your teammates to just surround him wherever he's farming, to just create like a circle of safety net so that he can make wherever he's farming a safe area. And whenever he's having that kind of game, he really shines.
Yeah, his impact in the team fights I think was pretty notable there, but in general, all of Beastcoast was really impressive this game.
He also felt like he was letting off some steam, you know, in that game. He was like,
Yes.
He was like using his Omni Slash for kill secure, whatever you want to call it, unnecessarily, and you know, telling it felt like, look at guys, we can do this, you know, you just need to listen to me. Blah blah blah. This game's gonna work out, you know, like, and he just like KSing the kills, whatever, you know. Just felt like he's definitely frustrated from the previous game.
Yeah, a little spiteful Omni Slashers always go well. Anyway, with that, we're going to talk to the panel and see what they think of game number 2 as we get prepared for game number 3 as well. Astini, you said that you were going to curse them, and as a result, you couldn't curse them. That's kind of the power you wielded there. So you were right. You went with Beastcoast. This time they played much better, but there was a little bit of miscoordination there by Hokori towards the mid game. Can you talk to me about that, Astini?
Yes and no. Like, I feel, especially like on that Roche team fight, that they didn't take action is because they didn't have the tools for it. When they had the Clockwork, they had a clear initiation with a follow-up of the Sky. This game, they have the Beastmaster with the Vision, but they didn't have a hero to initiate. That was the issue. Like, Marcy is not really an initiator. Void Spirit, yeah, you don't want to be the first one to jump on the team fight, so they needed this hero that they could sacrifice as an initiator. Be it like a Clockwork, a DK, a Sand King, a hero that you really want to be the one initiating the team fight to have the Skyref follow-up. So I really feel like this Sky Beastmaster combo is not that great, and Sky wasn't able to have an impact, so they didn't, because they didn't have the clock. That's the thing. So Marcy didn't have an impact. Also, Beastmaster couldn't use his vision to any good, and they did what I was afraid would happen on game one. That is, like, they had a TB that was only farming, so they were like fighting 4 against 4, and that usually does not work against Beastcoast. You need to be able to fight 5 against 4. Luckily, on the first game, they had such a good lineup that they managed to, but I really think they need 5 heroes fighting.
Gibbs?
Yeah, basically agreed on the 5 versus 4 thing, because that's where you're gonna get him. Hector's not gonna join. You can definitely do it. And to expand on the other point, I think the real snag in the plan here was just on this Beastmaster, who never really got off the ground, bought a Helm of the Dominator, then realized that the Chen is just going to steal all his creeps, was rushing things without boots, and therefore got picked off, even though the items that he was working towards weren't actually going to turn the game for him. And yeah, he did buy a Blink Dagger eventually, but it was very late in the game. By the point they were already 10k behind, when he realized that this initiation problem had to be solved somewhere. And this is not what we normally see from Vitaly when he has a good game, right? This guy is a very big part of the movement of his team, and I think part of why his team didn't move is just because he didn't move.
Yeah, we'll see if next game is a little bit of a recovery for Vitaly. As you said, not the best game for him, and very uncommon for this to happen, as he's a tempo setter. That's one of the few teams that admitted to us that they actually let Vitaly speak during the mid game, so he's the captain, quote unquote, in the usually minute 15 to 25. So we'll see if they can recover his voice as we head to a game 3, where Hokori puts it all on the line to see if they can beat Beastcoast this time around.